Coach. We are at the confluence of the Ohio, Allegheny, and Monongahela Rivers at Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, PA. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Oakland Raiders and the Pittsburgh Steelers. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
First carry for Josh Jacobs. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10.
Hey, we're good, we're good. 185. 9. 50, Mike, 50. Right down. Switch.
Here's Carr to throw. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Tyrell Williams was the intended target, and now it's third down.
There are a good number of coaches that any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
So now an early third and 10 here on their opening drive. Shotgun now for Carr. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if I'm going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Taking it about the 36. It's a 47-yard punt, return of 6. And the Steelers will go on offense here, first and 10. Good starting field position for them as they come up first and 10 at their own 43.
Watch safety creep. Safety's creeping.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Cleveland Farrell. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards.
And so much for that great field position to start the game. Now they're way behind the sticks. Can't wait to see what their second down call is going to look like now.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. Second and 24. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7. And the Raiders call on a nickel set here for third down.
Brings up third down. Slam. Get him all. West. Hey, check Mike 46. Check Mike 46.
He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Come on,
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number one goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number two goal is win your division. Number three goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. On first down, they go with Jacobs again. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Loss of 2 brings up second and 12 at the 30-yard line.
Down! 180!
Oh, you got deep?
Hatchet! Yo, Chief!
150. We got it. 49, check 49. Hey, alert 3.
So that'll back him up 5.
Down! 180!
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. Who we got?
618! You're mine.
50, Mike, 50.
I'm coming.
Now Carr throwing on second down. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Low. 50 to Mike. Here I come.
Hey, Alpha.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. He sets to fire deep. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. So good starting field position for him here as they come up first and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48.
Mike 51.
I'm coming.
Go.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Cleveland Farrell able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Now back to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. This is caught inside the 15. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A big play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point put through by Boswell, and that makes the score 7-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. He's going to look deep down the field. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48, and he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
46, Mike, 46. I'm coming. 46, boys, 46. 46 to Mike. Hey, let's get off the field, D. Get off the field, D. 46 to Mike. 46 to Mike. I got him.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And he's got his man on the out route. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Eight yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Yeah, let's get sandwich.
Now a handoff looking right. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down.
Nice job there finding room to maneuver, and he worked his way into another first down. And look, they had great field position to start, but boy, they've done a nice job taking advantage of it.
Now they're just hoping to cap it off. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike.
Let's go, defense. Echo.
Man up, D. Mike's 54. Mike's 54. I'm going back to you.
Hey, watch Sam. Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
All you get is a headache. 54 is Mike. 54. Check. Watch 54.
They'll look to throw here on first down. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. It was the free safety, LaMarcus Joyner, that time, able to make the play. They're going for a receiver there. Already has one touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored one, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done.
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Boswell good with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken at his 4. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board.
Mike is a 50. Check Mike 50. I'm on. Check 99. Check 99.
On second down, Jacobs. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
And it's third down.
It's our time. It's our time.
Snap comes at 1, and it's Carr. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Steelers are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Leonard. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
A second down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. They'll look to throw here. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
Mike 54.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Double dog. It's straight. You got tight. You got tight right there.
54 is Mike. 54 is
Now they try the right side here. And takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Right there. 54. Right there. 54 Mike.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. He's going to fire one deep left, and that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Give him 32 on the play.
That's a great job of working the sideline right there. I love how he tracked the football the whole way. Just reached up and pulled it in. Had excellent field presence to understand where he was in order to make that play happen.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
That's a edge, 46 to Mike. 46.
Hey, let's get this. Quick the edge.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And this is caught at the 8. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
Hey, Mike 52. You know.
He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up.
A lot can go wrong when you call a play like this down in the red zone, but that's where you appreciate this from your head coach. He's not afraid to trust his guys to do the right thing, and as a player, that means an awful lot.
Go now. 54. 60 outlaw. 54. It's been a long day for you.
They'll try to run this one in. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
54. Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now. Check 13. Back.
They'll try to run this one in. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that makes the score 21-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Got his man. That's Tyrell Williams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A Raider first down, 17 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Carr, he's going to launch this thing. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
At their own 47-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Time remaining for likely one final play. You're on your side of the field, but, you know, heck, maybe you throw one up 50-plus yards, see what happens.
Don't forget that taking the knee is the right play to make because you just get out of there, you regroup, you start over. But if you're going to take the shot, you do have a chance of either making the play happen or picking up a deep pass interference call. And remember, it's the NFL. You get yardage. It's not just a 15-yard play. You could have something big here. Let's see if they take the shot.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
He can't hang. He's not going to get me. Jump on. Jump on. Kill. Switch it. Come on, switch it. Orbit. Hey, I got him. On me.
They'll throw now on the final play. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
52 by 52. Watch the slant.
2nd and 3.
Switch.
He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter defensively. They did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
On the ground is Jacobs to start the drive. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. No gain on the play there. Second down.
No gain on the play. Second and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10.
Everyone got four down.
Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. Trying to lay one up deep. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Now a handoff working right. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run.
5-2's the Mike. Mike's 5-2, Mike. Target.
Second and 9 now. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Mike's 5-4. Mike's 5-4. Mike's 5-4. Go. Bandit.
Back to throw now on first down. Throw left side complete. It's Leonard. And he's taken down inside the 30. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
54 Mike. Go. Alert 3. 66. Pull it. Now. Mike's 54. Mike's 54. It's a party. 22. Jet cover.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The previous run good for 9. Here's second and a yard.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
And a give this time to the tailback. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
Second and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Here we go. You ain't doing nothing today.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
14-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's second and 7.
Come on, QB, come on. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship.
Here's a second and 7. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. Not able to get a single yard there, and it'll bring up third down.
So many screen passes are the result of excellent acting by everyone. But sometimes the guy who's getting the ball tips the play off. The running back, because he's eager to get the pass, and sometimes he doesn't act very well about whether he's going to block or leak out or whatever. And I think that they saw that. That's why they're able to get to him on it.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. It was Darryl Worley there to knock that one free.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
And Boswell's kick is good. And that stretches this lead even further. It's now 24-0. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points. It will give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
Let's go.
26-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. On play action, now Carr. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Here's Carr, and that will be incomplete. Another drive comes and goes. Still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. He'll field this at the 5. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 34-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Back now in Pittsburgh. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7.
Mike, I got you, boy. I got you, boy. Right there. Go. There, right there. 54, Mike. I'm going to run you over.
Looking to throw. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That one covers 29 yards. First down. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, this is a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers.
Here's
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. As his guys are in for 6. As his guys continue to pour it on. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that's the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points. You feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Carr now on first down. The throw taken in by Cole. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well. So from the 36 now, first and 10.
Hey, we're good, we're good. 185. Easy, kill.
Hey, we got
What do?
50, huh? Hey, get in the weight room.
What's up?
Shotgun now for Carr. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
To throw once more on second and 10. Carr got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 44-yard line.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Hey, Mike's 50. Let's set a tone, fellas.
Hey, Charlie.
Throwing on first down is Carr. Well, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. They were looking for Johnson that time. That'll bring up second down.
Brings up second and 11 at the 29-yard line.
Ready? Pittsburgh. Defense, let's go. Come on.
Check 91. 91 is the mic.
Okay. Not today, you are. Not today. Kill.
Second and 11. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. That's caught inside the 20. And he will finally be taken out of bounds. It's a big play there for the Steelers. 58 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Now a handoff here to his running back. And this play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two.
At the 15-yard line.
Hey, check Mike 46. Check Mike 46.
Hey, here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
He's crashing. He's checking crash. Sponge. No.
Now they try the right side here. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long.
Down and 12.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll look to throw. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Extra point now by Boswell. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Hey, Delta. Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again.
Whip. Watch the whip.
Another try after the first down sack. Carr. And the pressure gets to him again. T.J. Watt. He continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Carr. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Let's go, tackle. Let's go. We got this.
And they'll indeed take a knee.
The quarterback on the keeper. It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 34-yard line.
Right there, 54 Mike. Silver.
And they'll take a knee as the clock runs under a minute to play. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. And they take a knee.
The quarterback on the keeper. A loss of a yard. It's 4th down.
So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for the Steelers, they keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 8-3 on the year. And they will hit the road next